Welcome back, sports fans, to another exciting segment here on Sports Talk is McKimmie. This is the NBA Fast Break. What an NBA season it's been so far, but we got a few topics to talk about. We're going to do this rapid fire. Our fans, they've been tweeting us, they've been private messaging us saying, we want another NBA Fast Break, so this is for you fans, the NBA Fast Break. The way this works is we have several questions. Mike and I, we each have 1 minute to give a response to each question. And we're going to go ahead and start it off, Mike. First question, is Yao Ming a Hall of Famer?
Tough one, Dave. I saw this come across the crawl on ESPN last night, and I was surprised to hear some of his stats early on in his career. Averaging 25 points a game. I remembered all the foot injuries, but I look at his stats. He averaged 19 points, 9 rebounds a game in the playoffs. 20 points, 9 rebounds a game. Spread basketball, across the globe. I'm gonna say no. I'm still gonna say no. He's a great player for a short amount of time, but did not have the longevity, I don't believe, to be what I consider a Hall of Famer.
Well, Mike, and I'm going to say, Yao Ming, he was a very effective player while he played. He did change the NBA by really making it a worldwide game. It was a very short career that he played, but when he did play, he was very effective. To me, just on his playing alone, probably not a Hall of Fame player, but the impact he had globally on the game, I'm going to say he does deserve to be elected to the Hall of Fame just because he made it a worldwide game with his presence, Mike.
All right, hard to argue that.
All right, next question, we got Golden State. Do they win 73 games, Mike?
Oh, there's no doubt at this point. 68-7. They got to win 5 more games. They play the Spurs twice more. They have, I think you said, an 85% chance of winning. Some of the teams that they're playing have a 2 and 3 and 5% chance of beating them. Yeah, it's going to happen. And most of these games are at home. 5 of these last 7 games are at home, and we know how they're at home. They're 36-0 at home. They've won 54 straight games at home. So, is it going to happen? We said it with Austin when he was on here a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's going to happen. No doubt about it.
Well, Mike, and I'm going to agree with our special guest that we had on when we had Austin B.A. McBee on those previous episodes. I think Golden State, 74-8. I think they do get to the 73 wins. They're just right now just playing on a level that we have never seen in NBA history. Their home record, they're just unstoppable right now. But that leads a question, Mike, and we'll go and go to our next question. Do they win the NBA Finals this year?
Well, first I'm going to say they're going to end up 74-8 because I think they lose at the Spurs. And so my answer to your question is yes, they're going to win it. And the reason why they're going to win it is because we look at the Spurs, and they are 38-0 at home. Right? They just broke the Bulls record, the 36-0 for Golden State. And so, I don't see either one of the teams is going to have to lose serve. And so Golden State is going to have home court advantage. And with that home court advantage, they are then automatically, in my eyes, they've got 4 games at home. Are they going to lose 4 games in a 7-game series to anybody? And I got to say no. So I said they win, they go on to play whoever comes out of the East, champions in Golden State repeat.
Well, Mike, and I say, it's going to be an epic battle when those two play each other. Golden State, they're going to get the records, but I'm going opposite you. I'm thinking the San Antonio Spurs are actually going to beat them in 7 games. I think the San Antonio Spurs will then go on to the NBA Finals because they can beat any team in the East right now. The Cavs are the best in the East, but no team in the East could touch either the Spurs or the Warriors. When they play, honestly, they're playing to be crowned NBA champions. I'm going to go with the San Antonio Spurs. I think they're experienced. I think they can pull off what no team has been able to do and beat the Warriors in one game in Golden State in the playoffs. I think they're going to win it 4-3, but it's going to be epic. And what a season.
No way, Dave.
What a season it's going to be.
No way do they win the 7th game at Golden State. But we have to agree to disagree. What's our next question?
Well, I'm going to throw a quick one out here. This one shouldn't take long to answer. We talk about 73 wins. What about 73 losses? Do the Philadelphia 76ers lose 73 games this year and tie the record for the worst record in an NBA season that they owned from the 70s when they were 9-73?
Well, they had some good seasons in between. Won some championships. Dr. J, Moses, Allen Iverson. I'm going to say, I don't know. Not only do I not know, but to be honest with you, Dave, I don't care what happens. 9 wins, 10 wins. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to say, I'll just throw a guess out there that they're going to win one of these last 9 games, which means they probably won't. So, what's your view?
Mike, I'm going to say the 76ers, first of all, this franchise has dropped so far. I mean, think about it. Early 2000s, you had Larry Brown there. You had Allen Iverson talking about practice.
Practice?
You talking about practice? Yeah, I mean, it's like since that team was done, it's just been a decade of just some of the most inept basketball you have ever seen in NBA history.
They're the St. Louis Rams of the NBA.
Well,
Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams, they have a better winning percentage, though, than the 9-66 right now 76ers. I agree with you. They're going to get their 10th win and just barely miss the record. But, man, it's tough being a 76ers fan right now in Philadelphia. Tough time for them. And then let's go ahead and go to our final question. We're talking about tough times. Let's talk about L.A. What is the biggest story in L.A.? Is it Kobe's last few games right now? Or is it the Nick Young and Russell drama going on in L.A.? What is the top story this week in L.A.?
Oh, no doubt this week it's D'Angelo Russell and his taping of his quote-unquote friend Nick Young, which I think is going to be overshadowed. They got with so late in the season. The Lakers have got to put that away and focus on Kobe as he brings his career to an end in what is going to end up being the Lakers' worst season. I don't think that this is going to break the team up. If anybody goes, it's not going to be D'Angelo Russell. He's a young kid. He's 19 years old, 2nd pick in the draft. He's going to be there for a long time to come, but he's got to grow up.
Well, Mike, I'll say right now the biggest story this week, unfortunately, it's Kobe's last few games, but it is the Nick Young and Russell fiasco that's going on over there. I will just say, with Russell, right now he's got a lot of talent. He had a game earlier this month. He scored 39 points on last night, even being booed every time he touched the ball. He still scored 16 points, including 5 in overtime that was clutch. But
in a win.
Yeah, in a win. But the immaturity by him to do something like that, it's just ridiculous that, we should be talking about Kobe. It's ridiculous it's getting this much airplay. I think it is the number one story this week. However, it's going to blow over by next week. We're going to be talking Kobe Bryant finishing out his NBA career with the Los Angeles Lakers. And hopefully we can move on from this segment with all this drama, so...
Yeah, I mean, they're not even talking to him. Cold shoulder in L.A.
Well, speaking about talking, Mike, we're getting ready to go to another break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little football. We're going to do a quick segment on the Arkansas Tornadoes getting ready to play their first DCFL game at home this Saturday. We'll be right back.